Hi everyone, welcome to the Friday edition of Source 16 News. I'm Eddie Owen, thanks for joining us. The adoptive brother and biological cousin of 9-year-old Amy Dye was indicted today by the Todd County Grand Jury. Court records show that 17-year-old Garrett Dye of Dogwood Lane, Trenton will be tried as an adult and was indicted on murder, resisting arrest, and tampering with physical evidence charges. According to the indictment, the 17-year-old caused the death of Amy when he repeatedly hit her in the head with a hydraulic jack handle on February 4th. An autopsy revealed that Amy died of multiple blunt force trauma. Garrett then allegedly moved the 9-year-old's body, which reportedly was found by her physical education teacher, about 100 yards from her home and hid it under some brush. The indictment also says the teen then hid his clothes and hid the hydraulic jack handle. On February 6th, when police tried to arrest Garrett, he reportedly became combative, fought, and used physical force with the officer. On February 4th, Amy's adoptive parents, Chris and Kim Dye, her biological aunt, reported her missing to the Todd County Sheriff's Office. The Sheriff's Department contacted state police around 10:20 that night for assistance in the search, but about 2 hours later called back saying they had found the body of the missing 9-year-old. An unconfirmed source told Source 16 News on February 7th that Amy and Garrett did not go to school that Friday and were doing chores as punishment for something Amy had done at school. The teen turns 18 in October and remains at the Warren County Detention Center in Bowling Green without bond. Meanwhile, a Nashville woman accused of attacking the wife of Hopkinsville Mayor Dan Kemp was indicted by the Christian County Grand Jury. 51-year-old Lori Ann Little was indicted today on first-degree burglary and fourth-degree assault charges, but was originally charged with first-degree burglary and second-degree assault. On December 15th, Hopkinsville police reported that Little forced her way into the Kemp's Deepwood Drive residence and physically assaulted Henrietta Kemp by pulling her hair and causing minor physical injury. Little was arrested by police on December 16th at a hotel in Oak Grove. As previously reported by Source 16, Hopkinsville Police Detective Randall Green told the court during a January preliminary hearing that Little hired a man off of Craigslist to drive her to the Kemp residence and that she told him he was going to be in a reality TV show. In addition, Green stated the 51-year-old was the same woman who contacted Kemp several years ago, claiming Henrietta had stolen her daughter. Little remains in Christian County Jail on a $35,000 bond. Well, a Fort Campbell soldier accused of butchering his wife's dog just days after Christmas was also indicted by the grand jury today. 42-year-old Mark Staley of Denzel Drive was indicted for felony torture of an animal, but was originally charged with second-degree cruelty to animals. The 20-year military veteran's indictment says on December 27, 2010, Staley's wife, Ismelda, told police that her husband skinned her dog, then reportedly gave her the dog in a bag when she asked where it was. Staley remains lodged in the Christian County Jail on a $5,000 bond. Well, a Hopkinsville man's the envy of his friends and family after winning a New Wave Communications contest. 28-year-old Josh Moody just received a free iPad after entering New Wave's Facebook contest.
I've had 5 or 6 of them already trying to buy it. I mean, I had one buddy trying to put money in my hand yesterday, but I'm not going to sell it. You know, I've got an iPhone. I love it, so I can't imagine what the iPad's like. So thrilled about it, love it. I've never won nothing, feel lucky. Just I friended them one night on Facebook, never thought I'd win, and here I am.
According to New Wave officials, the purpose of the contest was to reach more customers and to communicate the company's products and services to a wider audience. Moody was chosen after over 1,900 people clicked on the like option to enter the contest on New Wave's Facebook page. Well, if money grew on trees, it would make the Oak Grove Budget Committee's job a lot easier, but unfortunately it doesn't. And the committee is working to balance Oak Grove's budget for the next fiscal year. The committee heard proposed budgets from the Code Enforcement, Roads and Grounds, Animal Control, and Fire Departments yesterday. Finance Director Sandra Harrison requested that all departments cut their budgets by 15% to help fund the new Oak Grove Public Library. But as the departments learned, it is a lot easier said than done. Crystal Skinner of the Code of Ordinance Enforcement Department is one of 3 departments that presented a budget that was over the 15% cut, saying new equipment is essential for the department.
Through and redo them and correct them and fix them, and the contractor that we've had is just, his prices are getting they're really getting outrageous. And so even though we're asking for the equipment, it's going to be a large one-time fee, but the city can mow it and abate all the properties for a lot cheaper.
The Roads and Grounds Department presented a budget above the requested 15% cut, blaming the anticipated rise in gas prices over the summer and the addition of 2 new employees. The Fire Department presented a budget that requested a new pickup truck that would be used to haul equipment and would replace an unsafe ambulance that's currently being used to get the job done. The Animal Control Department was the only department that presented a budget considerably lower than the rest. The department told the committee that their new building and donated supplies will help them out significantly. The committee will hear from more departments next week. Well, Secretary of Agriculture Tom Vilsack has declared 34 Tennessee counties as disaster areas due to damages and losses caused by drought and excessive heat that occurred from June 1st, 2010 and continues. As a result of the declaration, 14 Kentucky counties were named as contiguous counties where eligible family farmers may qualify for loan assistance. Those counties include Allen, Callaway, Christian, Clinton, Cumberland, Fulton, Hickman, Logan, McCreary, Monroe, Simpson, Trigg, Todd, and Wayne. Loan applications for physical and production losses will be received through October 17th, and applications pending on that date may be processed and completed. Farmers interested in applying for assistance should contact their local Farm Service Agency's county office. Well, during the Christian County School Board meeting last night, board members approved a plan to make up for over a week of lost instructional time due to recent bad weather. The school board approved to not have early release days for the remainder of the school year to make up for the 11 days and 2 half-days of instruction. The 6 hours from the early release days will go towards making up 1 instructional day, while 30 minutes will be added to 60 instructional days to cover 5 missed school days. In other action, the school board approved a request to rebid financial audit services under the recommendation of the Kentucky Department of Education that school districts change audit firms periodically to get a new perspective on finances. The board also approved the staffing allocation for the 2011 and 2012 school year and determined no changes needed to be made. And the board approved the Commonwealth Commitment Pledge to increase the rate of college and career readiness of graduates from 24% to 62% in 2015. In other business, the district's measure of academic progress test results were presented to the board. Board members then went into closed session to discuss pending litigation, possible property acquisition, and to have preliminary discussions relating to the evaluation of the superintendent. Family, friends, and the Kentucky Division of Forestry are mourning the loss of a forest ranger who was injured fighting a forest fire in Livingston County in September. 58-year-old Donald Lamb Jr. died yesterday after remaining in critical condition since the accident September 7th when he was injured while working the Scotts Chapel Road fire, a 12-acre wildfire in Livingston County. According to officials, Lamb was injured as he was clearing a fire break for containment at the base of a bluff when a burning snag broke loose on top and rolled off, striking him from behind. The impact left him unconscious and with serious injuries, including second-degree burns. The 58-year-old was described as a dedicated forest ranger technician and experienced wildland firefighter who assisted with fire suppression efforts on the local, state, and national level for 12 years. Governor Steve Beshear today ordered flags at all state office buildings to be lowered to half-staff Monday in honor of Lamb. Violent crime in Hopkinsville isn't as high as the public perceives. Hopkinsville Police Chief Guy Howey reported the latest 2010 figures in last night's Committee of the Whole meeting and said that burglaries, thefts, assaults, and auto break-ins are down. Now, while robberies, rapes, and drug arrests are reportedly up, and arson reports remain the same from 2009. Howey reported that vehicle collisions are slowly decreasing as a result of more education, enforcement, and cooperation with motorists. The chief also blamed the slight increase in snow days as a result of the increase in crashes. 2 fatalities were reported in traffic accidents last year, and Hopkinsville has already had 1 fatality this year. The police department is targeting intersections with higher numbers of accidents, and they're also looking at traffic light timing and possibly adjusting turn lanes to help make them safer. Another controversial topic during last night's meeting involved an urgent need to get times corrected on school zone signs, specifically on Glass Avenue. A recommendation was also made to the committee to purchase school zone signs with LED lights that would flash 30 minutes prior and after school. The timing of the lights would be able to be changed to accommodate longer school hours for make-up snow days. The council also heard a lean management report from the Total Efficient Asset Management Project that showed a total net savings to the city of almost $50,000. They also recommended for the council to look at considering going paperless as a means to save on paper and postage. The council forwarded 2 grant opportunities that included comprehensive anti-gang strategies and programs in Hopkinsville and the purchase and installation of generators for the main campus of the city of Hopkinsville. These municipal orders will be on the agenda at the next city council meeting coming up March the 1st. 3 Clarksville residents, including a 5-year-old girl, are in stable condition today after a head-on collision on Warfield Boulevard near the Civitan Bridge last night. Clarksville Police spokesman Officer Jim Knoll reports 24-year-old Christopher Colbert was driving a pickup truck south on Warfield Boulevard around 9:20 when he crossed the center line and crashed head-on into a car driven by 20-year-old Brittany Rutherford. Police report Colbert, who suffered leg, arm, and facial injuries, and Rutherford's 5-year-old passenger, who sustained back and internal injuries, were flown by life flight to Vanderbilt Medical Center. Rutherford was transported by ambulance to Gateway Medical Center for a collarbone and foot injury.